Hi, this is Shay Veronica. Coming into the new year, there's always some sort of dust up. People are saddened because guys have to make a choice. Some people say they rather the man they're with bring in the new year with them and they don't much concern themselves where he spends Christmas. It's a funny setup, especially with island people, even though they may have moved away from the island and they're living in first world nations. They have this thing that is really messed up. So when a guy that you are married to does not spend the new year or old year's night, bring in the new year with you, that is like divorce matter. That is a divorce matter. And a lot of divorces happen around, after the new year, going into like March-ish, because it takes a while to decide, well, who's going to have the kids and who's going to pay who alimony or whatever else. So within a couple months of the new year, there's usually some sort of peak in divorces and divorce filings. But I think it's very strange that someone can say to me, well, it doesn't matter where he spends Christmas, just as long as he brings in the new year with me. I think women need to stop shrinking themselves. I think women need to stop being so desperate. I think they need to start, just standing up on their own weight. And the thing about it is that usually the guys that they're fretting about is not really providing any kind of security. They're not protecting them in the home. They don't check for them. They are running after and crying after a guy who really does not care to be with them. But because they're married, they can say, well, he's my husband. This is my husband. Come on now, trying to keep the family together. Come on now, trying to what, serve God. Come on now. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. You are really insecure. You have a bug. They call it a love bug. It's like a mental disorder when you cannot arrange that kind of information in your head properly. You think that you must be a doormat to a guy who doesn't really check for you. You have to come on up. And when I ask these women, sometimes, not sometimes, though I don't even want to lie, I ask them all the time. I say to them, if your man is out there, you must have vaginal problems. Oh no! Well, I just have yeast infections, and sometimes I have urinary tract infections, but nothing more than that. But B, that is a problem. Those are problems. And then I would ask, well, when you're not going with him, when there's a break from you having intercourse with him, do you still have problems? No, it all clears up. It all clears up. Nothing, because this particular guy, he was away for a while, and the wife decided that she was done with him because she was in possession of a tape recording and a video, and it showed what he was doing out there. She said to herself, I'm done with him. He can live in the house, but I'm no longer going to do the thing with him. And she said that when she made that decision, she didn't even realize that she was no longer having yeast infections. She was not having urinary tract infections. Everything cleared up. Her nightmares, she had nightmares when her husband slept in the bed with her, and she was no longer having nightmares. I keep telling women, stop shrinking yourselves. Stop it. Stop telling your sixth sense to go away. Listen to that small voice that's speaking to you in your head. Look at the clues. Do not dismiss them. Okay? You are no longer having any sort of problems down there because you're no longer engaging in intimate relations with him. So that means when I ask you and you say no, you're fooling yourself. You're not fooling me. I ask a question because I know the answer. And I'm surprised that people lie about it. But a lot of women do not even know their bodies. A lot of women are gaslit constantly. Their husband will say, well, maybe it's because you didn't, change your underwear. Maybe because, you didn't do this. And a lot of women are having ideas put in their heads to take the focus off where the problem is. But the problem stands right before you all the time. The problem didn't come home. The problem was somewhere else for the new year. Okay? Ladies, ladies, stand up. Stand up. Get up. Stand up. Okay? It's Chef Veronica.